Today's question is a typical control question asking you to provide a suitable control to an experiment that's been set up. Now, this question here is typical of higher biology and higher human biology. Now, these questions are really easy because ultimately the context part of the question, i.e. the bit that comes immediately after the for, in this is going to be the major clue as to how you're going to approach this question, right? So we're looking for clues in this. When it comes to a control, what you're dealing with is you're trying to get rid of the factor that is actually providing the result in the investigation experiment, right? So reading this, an investigation was carried out to compare the rate of respiration of an organism at different temperatures. The apparatus was set up as shown. The investigation was repeated at 4 different temperatures. The organism was left in the apparatus for 30 minutes at each temperature. A suitable control for this investigation would be to use the same setup with, what you're going to do is you are going to take away the part of this experiment that is actually respiring. So, if something is respiring, then you tend to be looking at something that is living. And in this case, when we look at what is respiring, it's the actual snail, the organism. Okay? So, what we need to do is take away the organism and effectively replace it, right? We don't really want to take away the organism and leave an empty space. Ideally, what you could probably do is take the mass of the organism and then replace it with something else that doesn't respire. So we then go and look at the options. We've got, well, option A, will a control be set up with more organisms? Well, no, because more organisms are going to respire and therefore going to affect the result. They're going to give you a result, okay? A wider range of temperatures, well, I would say no for that too, because you've already got 4 different temperatures, right? If you've got 4 different temperatures, that's more than enough to give you a valid set of results, right? Then we go into glass beads in place of organism. Now this could be a winner for this, simply because you are not totally taking away the organism, but you're going to replace it. Okay, you're going to replace the being with something else that's not going to respire. So the glass beads don't respire. The last one, we'll keep C in mind just now. The last one, no solution to remove carbon dioxide. Well, if you're not respiring, you don't actually need to produce carbon dioxide, so therefore that's not going to make any difference to this. So it's not going to be D. Going to bring back to question C, this is the most suitable one, because to wrap it up, you're taking away what is actually driving what is measured, okay, the dependent variable in this. You're taking away the snail, you're replacing it with glass beads that are not respiring. The investigation setup looks exactly the same. Experimental design is exactly the same, but you've taken away something living and respiring and replacing it with something non-living that's not going to be respiring, giving any result at all. So for this, your answer is going to be C. So just a few things to be wary about when you're looking at this sort of control clip. Any questions or any other things you want me to explain about this, just drop me a message in the comments. Please like, share, subscribe, and I'll be back again with another question. I might go to National 5 in the next question. Okay?